Okay, hello everyone, guys. Hello everyone. Hello, hi guys. How are you all? Why there's two events showing? I don't know. Okay. So hello everyone. Hello guys. How are you all? Just please comment once about the audio and video of the class. Is everything is working good? Is everything is working fine? Hi guys. Hi guys. Good morning. Good morning everyone. So today we are going to discuss about this topic, that is fixed income market and debt and bond market. This is very important topic. Fixed income market, debt and bond market. So this chapter we are going to discuss today. I'm not discussing the complete chapter C today. I'm just giving you a idea and some important things related to this chapter, not the complete chapter, right? So let's start discussing about this topic. Okay, the very first thing is the government securities. Let's talk about the government securities. What is a government security? So basically government security is an instrument which actually represent the indebtedness of the government, right? So when the government want to start some project, or when the government want to have some funding, they just raise or they just issue the government securities. Whoever is purchasing this government securities and giving money to the government, right? Because the government is issuing the government securities, you are purchasing as an institution. For example, you are a financial institution and you are purchasing the government securities, you are giving money for that, right? The money, this is utilized by the government for their purpose, right? Now, whatever government securities you have, it means that the government has this obligation that, or the government has promised that whoever is the holder of this government security, the government is responsible for paying the percent, the amount of money which is mentioned in this government security, right? So it actually represent what? It actually represent the indebtedness of the government. So the government securities market consists of the securities issued by the state or the central government. This consists of the market which actually have the securities which can be issued either by the central government or which can be issued by the state government, both. If we talk about the government securities, it includes different type of government securities. Like there is a treasury bill, state development loans. These include different type of government securities, right? When we are talking about the government securities, these are issued in order to finance the fiscal deficit, right? So whatever the fiscal deficit the government has, the government securities is actually there to finance the fiscal deficit. It actually helps in management of the temporary cash mismatches of the government. So whatever the temporary cash mismatches are there, this is actually issued for the management of temporary cash mid management, right? If we talk about this government securities, these are generally held by the bank or the institution with Reserve Bank of India in subsidiary ledger account. So this can be held in special accounts known as constituent subsidiary general ledger account, which is opened by the bank and primary dealers, or in dematerialized form in the demat account with the depository participant of NSDL. Next, if we talk about over the past decade, over the past 10 years, the investor base for the government securities has expanded. So, because it is a very safe investment, it is a very good investment, very simple, very safe investments, right? So, for this, if we talk about the investor base, because of this safety, because of the good liquidity, the past 10 years, we have seen the trend that the investor base for the government securities is actually expanding, and bank remains the largest investor in the government security. So bank is currently the largest investor in the government security. So obviously when there was the repo rate, when there was the reverse repo rate thing, right? There was a repo rate, there was a reverse repo rate thing. In this, the transaction is based on the basis of government securities. You have to exchange the government securities for executing the transaction. So government securities is one of the most important instrument the bank, financial institution, commercial bank, RBIs hold, right? So currently, if we talk about the bank is the largest investor in the government securities, right? When we are talking about the government securities, these are issued at the par value. Par value means whatever the rate which is mentioned in that government securities. If, for example, 1 lakh rupees is mentioned in that government securities, this is issued in 1 lakh. You have to pay 1 lakh, okay, and for purchasing of this government securities, and these have a coupon rate is the fixed interest rate that you will receive on the yearly or half yearly basis for holding this government securities till the maturity, right? Now government securities, these are very liquid in nature. See, because this is the assurity of the government, right? Government is responsible for paying the holder of the government securities, right? So government securities are very liquid in nature. Government securities are highly liquid instrument, and government securities are available both in the primary and in the secondary market, right? Now, if we talk about the primary market, the government securities are issued through auctions which are conducted by Reserve Bank of India. These are issued through auctions which are conducted by whom? Reserve Bank of India. Okay, there's a scheme of non-competitive bidding in these auctions wherein the retail investors can participate for small amounts, and this can range from 10,000 to 2 crore face value. So the minimum amount that you can invest in the government securities is rupees 10,000, and it can range from rupees 10,000 to 2 crore face value. Clear? Now, if we talk about the government securities, see, government securities, the maturity period for the government securities are very different. So it can be issued for a period of less than 1 year also, and it can be issued for the period of more than 1 year to 40 years and above also, right? So we have the less than 1 year government securities also, which are dealt in the money market, right? For example, treasury bills, right? We have the government securities for more than 1 year, which are dealt in the capital market, right? And which can have a maturity period of up to 40 years and above also. There are state development loans. State development loans are again a type of government securities which are issued by the state government, right? And it is actually for financing their expenditure. These securities are generally issued by the auction which is carried out by the Reserve Bank of India. This is issued by the auction which is carried by whom? Reserve Bank of India. They also pay half yearly interest at the coupon rate. Okay. Now, when we are talking about the secondary market, they have both the telephonic market as well as the electronic trading platform also, which is by the Reserve Bank of India, which is known as negotiated dealing system order matching, right? Now the market trades from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. from Monday to Friday, and the settlement take place through clearing corporation of India. Clear? So these are the government securities, state development loans, negotiated dealing system order matching. Clear? So these are what? These are the government securities. Okay. Now, there is a bond valuation and there is a theorem. So we have to discuss about the bond theorem. So there are 4 bond theorem, very important for all of you, right? So bond valuation and theorem. Give me 1 minute, guys. Everyone just give me 1 minute. Bond valuation and theorem, we have to discuss this. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Now, Let's talk about the bond theorem and the valuation, right? So if we talk about three most important parameters that are associated with any bond. So there are three most important parameters which are associated with any bond. Like there is a face value, maturity, and the coupon means the interest rate. So face value means the value which is present on that government or on that bond, right? Now the value that you gives for purchasing of that bond, this is known as the face value. Maturity is for what time period the bond has been issued to you, okay? And coupon rate means fixed interest rate that is given by bond issuer to bond holder for holding that bond till the maturity time period. Then it is known as what? Then it is known as coupon interest rate, right? Now the price of the bond also depend upon the market interest rate yield. Market interest rate yield means the overall return you will get, okay, which include coupon also, the face value also, and after the maturity, what the amount you will get. Okay, the overall interest rate you are getting, okay, for purchasing or for investing in this. Always remember there is an inverse relationship between the market interest rate and the price of the bond. If the price of the bond or if the market interest rate increases, then always remember if the market interest rate increase, then the price of the bond will decrease and vice versa. Now, I've just given you a very good example. See, if there is a new bond which is offering you a high interest rate, so there are two bonds in the market, right? So this bond is actually giving you the 5% coupon rate. Now there is a new bond that has been introduced in the market and this gives you a market interest rate of 6%, for example, right? Now, this new bond is paying you 6%. Obviously, all will be attracted, all the investor, if you want to invest in the bond and you will see that overall return of this bond is high as compared to the old version of the bond, you will attract it towards the new bond because of the high rate of return. Then you have to do what? then then you just say this that okay, when the demand of this particular bond, new bond increases in the market, the old bond become outdated, and then to make the older bond equally comparative or equally comparable, the bond issuers just reduce the face value of the older bond. Means now you have to pay less for purchasing of this bond. New bond, high amount you have to pay, you will get high return. But the older bond, you will have to pay less face value and you will receive the less return. Then this B bond, the older version of bond, become equally attractive to investors. And that's why when see that market interest rate increases, the face value of the bond decreases and vice versa. Now, if the new bond is offering you less, for example, new bond is offering you 6%, but the older version was giving you 8%. Obviously, who want to invest in the bond attracted toward the older version of the bond? Yes or no? Why? Because this will give you a high return. Then obviously all the investors will be attracted towards the older version of the bond. Okay, and then the demand of this bond will what increase? When the demand of this bond will increase, obviously face value for this bond will increase. So as the market interest rate goes down, the face value increases because the buyer, they are willing to pay more prices for that bond. Clear? So this is the bond valuation theorem. So there are four theorems in the bond valuation thing. Very important, all of you. The first says that the price of the bond is always inversely related to the change in the interest rate. It means that when the market price of the, for example, when the market interest rate increases, the bond price will decrease, and when the market interest rate decreases, the face value of the bond increases, right? The second theorem says that the increase in the price of the bond, okay, it's always greater than the decrease in the price of the bond. So when there is an increase in the price of the bond, it means that the interest rate goes down. So when the interest rate goes down and there is an increase in the market, increase in the price of bond, this is always greater than when interest rate goes up and due to which there is an decrease in the bond price. Okay, so interest rate goes up, you know that the market bond price will decrease, so increase will be always higher than the decrease. Theorem third says that if the bond has the long maturity, longer the term of maturity of the bond, the higher will be the price sensitivity. And fourth says that if two bonds are of same maturity, if two bonds are of same maturity but different coupons, the bond with the lower coupon will experience more sensitivity than with the higher. Clear? That now there is FIMDA, Fixed Income Money Market and Derivative Association of India, which is a self-regulatory organization. So FIMDA is a self-regulatory organization that is associated with the fixed income and derivative market in India. It is association of commercial bank, financial institution, primary dealer, and a voluntary self-regulating institution for the bond, money, and derivative market. If we talk about the RBI Retail Direct Scheme, okay, so RBI Retail Direct Scheme, Reserve Bank of India has launched its Retail Direct Scheme on 12th of November 2020. Clear? So this is it. Okay, I hope that you have all understood this chapter, right? So I have given you just a very small portion of this complete chapter. Okay, now if you want to learn the complete chapter, we have these batches running. We have the Foundation 2.0 batch running, DBF selection batch running, IEIFS master batches and PPB master batches running. We have RBWM AFM batches running. Now we are coming up with the new foundation batch also. We are coming up with the crash batch also. We are coming up with the crackers batch also, right? So you don't have to purchase each and every batch individually, right? You can just instead go for the JIB Super Elite All-in-One subscription, in which you will get access of live classes, mock test notes, and everything under one roof. All you have to do is to just enroll yourself in the JIB Super Elite all-in-one plan, right? And there is a very good discount currently going on, that is a flat 49% off on purchasing this JIB Super Elite all-in-one plan. You just use this code CHAMP. If you are using this code CHAMP, CHAMP, okay, you will get a flat 49% off on the JIB Super Elite all-in-one plan. Clear? So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I hope that you have all understood this chapter completely, right? And thank you so much, everyone, for attending this session. Okay, take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone. Take care, guys. Bye. Take care.